we're here to launch the new Shell V-Power with FMT. What this product actually does is, when your valve in your vehicles are dirty, you don't get the same combustion or performance from your vehicle. After whatever buildup you have on your valves or in your lines, those have been cleaned out when you start using the V-Power for the first time. It starts cleaning out the engine. When that is done, the new Shell V-Power has if I use a technical term, what they refer to as the molecular structure in the fuel. I'm not a Shell scientist, so I can't go into the details of explaining exactly what that does. But it creates, this product will now cling on to the metal parts in your engine to create a coating that reduces friction in your moving parts. So that's where the friction modification comes from, and reduces friction and hopefully better performance in your engine. Shell V-Power has been in Belize since 2006. This is a new formulation, so it's just a better additive that is now putting into the fuel. So that has always been there. Now, one of the things I feel obligated to explain is, we know, anybody who knows the fuel industry in Belize know that all the fuel comes into one terminal. But the fuel comes on the same ship, comes into the same terminal, but we have an additive process, automated additive process at the terminal, where there's a tank there. We put the additives in there. When the truckers that load fuel for us loads at the terminal, there's an automated process that activates the additive injection. And the way that works is all our drivers, when you go to the terminal at the depot, there's a console that the drivers go up there and they need to punch in how much they're loading and several information on what product and how much. They have something that looks like a credit card that they swipe on the console. And when they do that, it identifies them as a Shell driver. So once that console identifies them as a driver for us, and they're loading super, it automatically activates the additive process. So yes, the fuel comes in from the same tanker into the same terminal, but when it leaves the depot, the additive is actually injected at the time of loading. So I know I've heard sometimes hearing on the media people saying, don't let them fool you, it's all the same product anyway. Don't let them tell you it's different. It's not different once it leaves the terminal. It's an additive process that actually makes the product different when it leaves the terminal.